It's Crap Beer Thursday, where I'm drinking brews and reading the news. Today we're talking about Amazon's wardrobe play for Prime members, MoviePass's surge pricing, and Facebook's charging for groups. Hello everyone and welcome to The Ascent. I'm your host Steve Campbell. It is episode 80 and it is Crap Beer Thursday. It also happens to be the first day of summer, so to commemorate this special occasion, I am clearing out my fridge and drinking the last winter beer I own. What we have here is a winter Warlock Oatmeal Stout by Bristol Brewing Company out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I haven't had this beer very long, to be honest with you. It's not like it's been sitting in my fridge all winter, but you know, I saved it for the show. See that rich color in there. As you can see, you can only see my ring light in the background. This beer is dark. This beer is 6% alcohol, which is a little low for a stout. At least the stouts I like to drink. Like most stouts, it's definitely got that coffee type of aroma, a little bit chocolatey. Not really getting the oatmeal on the scent. Very acidic on the front end. Rich, smooth. The oatmeal still isn't really in there for me. Maybe it's just because of how old the beer is, but it might be subtle. I feel like oatmeal's kind of a subtle flavor anyway. Not the best oatmeal stout I've ever had, to be completely honest with you, but you know, it was kind of refreshing to drink a stout in the summertime. I give it a 3.5 on Untappd. Let's get into the news today, shall we? Recode's reporting that Amazon's Try Before You Buy fashion service is now available to all Prime members, although apparently the discounts are all gone. It says the Prime wardrobe service gives customers 7 days to try on a wide range of clothing, think dresses, jeans, and shoes, at home before being charged for the items that they want to keep. Do people buy clothes on Amazon? I do personally, and Melissa gives me a lot of shit for this all the time because, you know, clothing is one of those things that you kind of just have to try on before you buy, and there's so many different variations in sizing that it's just crazy. I've definitely had to send stuff back to Amazon simply because it didn't fit, but I've also had things that I've really loved that I ended up going on and ordering like 2 or 3 more pairs. For me, it's all about the convenience, right? Like, I love the idea of going to a mall and walking around and trying different stuff on and shopping just as much as the next guy or next person, but you know, if I can just go on and find stuff that's in my style, in my aesthetic, and I could just have it here in 2 days, and then if I don't like it, just send it back tomorrow, like, that convenience is really important to me. TechCrunch is reporting by way of Business Insider that MoviePass introduces surge pricing for the summer. It says starting in July, you might have to pay a little extra to see the newest blockbusters when using MoviePass. The movie subscription service has plans to instate surge pricing for non-annual subscribers, starting at $2 for movies and times the app deems very popular. This comes just one day after I saw a report in the Wall Street Journal that said AMC theaters actually launched their own subscription service to compete with MoviePass. This is another thing, like, what are your thoughts on this? I'm someone who, when I lived in New York City especially, I love the idea of MoviePass. In fact, I had a colleague at VaynerMedia that took advantage of it to the point where he went and saw something like 300 movies in a calendar year. But for the most part, I just haven't got on board with it because, you know, $10 to $20 a month to see unlimited movies is cool, but I feel like there just aren't enough movies that come out every year that are that good that it really warrants like that monthly subscription for a full year. That said, being the cinephile that I like to think that I am, I would love to go see more movies, and I feel like having something like this would really just make that an easier decision for me. But, you know, I mean, it's a lot of time, and my feeling is that for the price, you end up losing money in the long term, but, you know, I sort of secretly root for MoviePass. And then lastly, Fast Company is reporting that Facebook will let group admins charge for membership. The social media giant has announced that it is piloting a subscription-based program that will allow group admins to charge users $4.99 to as much as $29.99 per month for access to special subgroups. For this one, I feel like 90% of the people that are actually going to be instating this probably are going to be pissing people off. For me to want to pay anything to be in a part of a Facebook group, that group needs to be bringing me like at least that amount of value, right? The marketer in me though thinks that this is a good idea. The way Facebook used to work in the early days is that brands could really just spend money on customer acquisition, just getting page likes, and then all of those people would be in their network on your page, and anything that you would post, all of those people would consume. Then somewhere along the way, Facebook built out their ad business to the point where they didn't need to give away impressions anymore for free. And so then companies started shifting their dollars away from page acquisition and page likes to actually ads and getting things in people's feeds. But now, thanks primarily to the Cambridge Analytica scandal and all the privacy stuff going on with Facebook, even advertising has kind of lost its luster a bit, because Facebook's been forced to sort of, you know, reel that back in and sort of take away some of the functionality that people once had. So all of this is really just a roundabout way of me saying that creating a group is kind of very akin to the early days of just having a page, where once you get people into that group, now it sounds like you can make money off them while they're in there, but also that justifies you creating content there every day and trying to provide value, knowing that they're going to see, the members of that group are going to see what you're posting there more than they would see an ad that they're scrolling through the page on, and more that they would see by visiting your page. It could be an incentive for people to create more valuable groups, but I guess we'll see. But that's it for the news today. Another successful Craft Beer Thursday in the books, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.